Did you know that Earth is going to have a new moon? Do you know about driverless autonomous car racing? Did you know that there is a flower pot with which you can communicate with your plants? All this and much more today on Callan the Curious. You are looking at an innovative sofa or bed storage organizer that has been designed for technology and convenience lovers. The couch console is a multi-functional tray that offers support for your phone, food, drinks, and even the option to charge electronic devices. Its gyroscope cup holder ensures that your drink doesn't spill, regardless of how uneven or smooth its surface is. Its modular compartments allow you to customize the organizer to suit your needs. Let's relieve stress with the funny 3D printed giant carrot knife iPhone toy case. Although it is larger than regular phone cases, it is a perfect display of your sense of humor, designed especially for those who need to keep their hands busy. It is definitely a perfect gift for family or friends. You'll never let your plants die again thanks to the Ivy Smart Pot, which will allow the plant to express its needs in real time. The pot has multiple expressions and features 7 smart sensors that monitor environmental data necessary for easy plant care. Interact with it like a pet. You'll know when to water, when it needs maintenance, and what the status of the plant is. This is what happens if you put some ink from a pen on a sheet of paper and put it in water. The Burj Khalifa is currently the tallest building in the world. It is huge. But compared to the height of Mount Everest, it looks small. This restaurant in Israel serves its chocolate dessert in the most disgusting way you can imagine. In a toilet. Obviously it's clean and sanitized, but I still wouldn't dare try it, would you? This is how the ink from the tattoo needles gets into your skin. It stays on the surface layer. Did you know that in hot climates, horses can sweat up to 3.5 liters in 15 minutes? This is beatboxer So-So's Super Mario remix. All sounds were made with his mouth and throat. Beyond the Brick built a water park with Lego. The Flemish giant is the largest rabbit in the world. It can weigh over 10 kilograms. To prevent tourists from stealing their beer mugs, some bars in Belgium ask you to leave one of your shoes as a deposit, which they store in baskets and hang from the ceiling. They give you your shoe when you return the glass. This is a sapid, a very strange marine organism. They are common in temperate waters where they can be seen near the surface, both alone and in large colonies. This is one of the strangest motorcycles in the world, the TMC Dumont. It was built with a Rolls-Royce aircraft engine and wheels almost 1 meter in diameter. Check out the amazing sculptures by Mathieu Robert Ortis. Depending on your perspective, you'll see different things. Robobots is an open-world game that lets you remotely drive robots around the world. You can currently roam the streets of Singapore, China, Germany, and the UK. Mark Rober built the world's smallest dart launcher. Wait, that's not it. It's this one. It's fully functional. To see how the mechanism works, we need a microscope. Here you can see it next to a pen. This is the Church of Ghosts in the Czech Republic. A student of fine arts installed these creepy sculptures in 2012. The figures have no faces and are covered in cloaks. Can you imagine visiting them at night? In Japan, jars close themselves. The food company AOJ invented a mechanism that closes the jar automatically. At first glance, these look like plastic bags filled with water, but they are not. They are blown glass sculptures made by Dylan Martinez. This is Kika, a makeup artist. Watch her turn her body and face into a scary toy. This is the Wilson Popino avocado, or better known as long neck. Its texture is softer than that of common avocados. Using only cardboard from parcel boxes, Kuranushi creates these incredible works of art. Wait, you haven't seen the best yet. In Italy, some streets are so narrow that they have this type of ambulances. This has to be one of the best marketing strategies ever. It's from the Crust Pizzeria in Kosovo. No, they are not artificial intelligence creations. They are called teacup dogs. These miniature dogs were genetically created by mixing very small dog breeds, repeating the process until this type of dog is obtained. They are so small that they measure at most 43 centimeters and can fit in a teacup. Unfortunately, caring for them is complicated since they are prone to heart problems, hypoglycemia, and have a short life. It is risky, but they are adorable. Did you know that the inside of an igloo can be up to 60 times warmer than the outside? Although it may seem strange, since they are made of snow, this snow is very compressed and full of small air pockets, acting as an effective insulator. When you release body heat, its walls and dome shape prevent heat from escaping, maintaining a constant temperature at all times. Very interesting, right? This is the world's first underwater jet. It's called the CUDA jet, and it was developed by Archie O'Brien. It has 2 powerful turbines and a light harness that allows you to move underwater with the agility of a dolphin. It can reach speeds of up to 3 meters per second, dive up to 40 meters deep, and weighs 15 kilograms out of the water. It's a great option to enjoy a unique experience. I definitely see it, and I want it. The road printer is a brick paver that combines cutting-edge technology to create roads efficiently, sustainably, and quickly. The first of its kind to be electrically powered, this machine can pave roads between 1 and 6 meters wide in a single pass. Workers place the bricks and the machine takes care of placing them accurately. In an amateur football match, the game was stopped, but it was not because of an injury or a player change. In the middle of the match, a whirlwind invaded the football field, making it impossible to continue the game, but leaving at least one funny and anecdotal moment. Did you know that there is a fan-made version of Toy Story 3 that Disney allowed? The project was produced by brothers Morgan and Mason McGrew, who recreated the entire film using the stop-motion technique, which consists of taking photos one after another to create the sensation of movement. The fascinating thing is that it took them 8 years to finish it, and although YouTube removed it due to copyright, Disney allowed them to upload it after reviewing the dialogue, considering it an homage and not a copy. You can find it on YouTube as Toy Story 3 in Real Life. Go watch it after finishing this video. Sonia Pan creates drawings and figures using people's body hair. If you're very hairy, you could be her canvas. DIY Perks and Mr. Who's the Boss built the world's largest functional iPhone. It has an 88-inch old touchscreen, an aluminum casing, and multiple cameras with flash. Ironically, it runs on an Android operating system. They are Kooten Kidoo and they do musical juggling. This is a portal painting. It was made by Steven Novak. At first glance, it looks like a normal painting, but if you go from one side to the other, you will see the magic. It was made inside an acrylic, and if you stick your head in it, it feels like you are inside. Look how sharp this knife is. Watch how the long-distance bow shot breaks. The arrow was shot 369 yards. This is an Australian great bustard. The males have a hanging pouch that drags along the ground. They inflate it when courting a female or fighting other males. Listen to the sound of it. A gadget that transforms any bike into an electric one, the Livel Picaboost 2. It can be installed in less than a minute on any bicycle and is compatible with any rim on the market as long as its measurements are between 14 and 29 inches. This device, which attaches to the seat post, is placed on the rim to move it thanks to its electric motor. This motor offers a maximum power of 500 watts, and thanks to the efficiency of its operation, it is capable of extending its use for almost 100 kilometers, specifically 96 kilometers. Driverless racing, the first event in the Autonomous Racing League. On April 27th this year, the Yas Marina circuit in Abu Dhabi witnessed a historic event, the first race of the Abu Dhabi Autonomous Racing League. The first event consisted of a practice round, a qualifying round, and finally an 8-lap race. The cars, equipped with advanced camera technology and software, were unable to complete a lap without problems during testing, showing the difficulties of adapting artificial intelligence to real-life racing conditions. These are the clearest images of Jupiter ever taken by the Juno spacecraft. These are the northern lights, produced by high-energy particles entering the planet's atmosphere. The tallest circular building in the world, the Guangzhou Circle, is more than just an eye-catching structure. It is a symbol of prosperity, and an icon of modern architecture in China. The 33-story building has a total height of 138 meters and an area of 85,000 square meters. The inner hall is a unique space in the world, 48 meters in diameter. The total investment was more than $55 million. Look what would happen to our planet if a coin-sized black hole were to emerge or form nearby. It would be a catastrophe. The sword-billed hummingbird is the only bird whose beak exceeds the length of its body. Both its beak and tongue are extremely long due to its diet, which is based on the nectar of hard-to-reach flowers. The Ecuadorian nymph is one of the most peculiar insects in the world, as it looks like a popcorn. Its strange appearance is due to the wax it secretes through glands distributed throughout its body. The Peel P50, far from being a modern model, is the smallest car ever made. This microcar was produced by the British company Peel Engineering Company between 1962 and 1965. With its 3 wheels, a single side door, a windscreen wiper and a single headlight, the Peel P50 measures just 137 centimeters long, 99 centimeters wide and around 1 meter high. This tiny vehicle designed to carry one person and a bag of shopping weighs just 59 kilograms. Its 49cc single-cylinder engine allows it to reach a top speed of 61 kilometers per hour. The gearbox is manual and has 3 forward gears, but no reverse gear, so the driver must get out and push the car to go back. The Peel P50 has become an automotive icon due to its unique size and design. It is considered a collector's item that can today reach prices of up to 150,000 euros on the second-hand market. Scientists in Japan have developed innovative technology that allows you to record and replay dreams so you can view them while awake, using functional magnetic resonance imaging and electroencephalograms. This technology analyzes the neural patterns generated during sleep and converts them into images, achieving 60% accuracy. Although it is still in the experimental phase, it is hoped that with the integration of virtual reality in the future, these experiences will become even more detailed and precise. This is the multifunctional art and culture complex Bund Finance Center located in Shanghai, China. Its design is inspired by theater curtains, whose facade is made up of 3 moving layers of vertical stainless steel pipes, which slowly rotate around the building every day every 2 hours, from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. for 10 minutes. Although the pipes resemble an organ, they do not make a sound when moving, but it would be even cooler if they did. A zoo in Shanghai, China has sparked controversy after admitting that its supposed panda bears were actually Chow Chow dogs, painted black and white. How did visitors notice? Simple. The dog started barking.
Science.
MIT student Arnav Kapoor has developed an extraordinary device called Alter Ego, which promises to let users interact with technology using only their thoughts. Just watch as it solves a large math problem and quickly answers a question with Google searches.
What is 45,689 divided by 67?
Sure.
He silently asks the computer and then hears the answer through vibrations transmitted through his skull and into his inner ear.
6, 8, 1.9, 2, 5.
Exactly right.
Keep your inner child alive with this fun game. It's called Scream Chicken, and you can play it on TikTok. Let me know in the comments if you manage to complete the mission. In Japan, they have created what could be the food box of the future. It is called Bento Box and allows food to be heated without the need for a fire or microwave. It works through an ingenious mechanism. You pull a string and some chemical substances, such as water and lime, are mixed inside a bag, causing a reaction that generates enough heat to heat the food in just 5 minutes. Incredible, right? Earth will have a temporary mini-moon called 2024 PT5 from September 29th to November 25th, 2024. This phenomenon occurs when an asteroid passes close enough to Earth to be temporarily captured by its gravity. The asteroid 2024 PT5, originally from the Arjuna asteroid belt, is only about 10 meters, 33 feet, in diameter, so you'll need a telescope if you want to observe it. This is Mario, a Chilean citizen from Chimbarongo, who has created the smallest spinning top in the world. But that's not all. He can also make it dance. Just watch. Emirates Airlines flight attendant and professional skydiver Nicole Smith Ludwig pulled off an impressive feat by climbing onto the antenna of the Burj Khalifa, the world's tallest building, to film a commercial. Standing on the small platform with an impressive view, Nicole confidently posed as an Airbus A380 plane, performed 11 turns around her to get the perfect shot. Although hard to believe due to the extreme risk, the scene was completely real, highlighting her bravery and professionalism at one of the most impressive heights on the planet. In Iceland, beer was banned from 1915 to 1989. On March 1st of that year, it was decriminalized, and that day became National Beer Day, a reason for many celebrations in that country. This UV camera reveals invisible damage that the sun does to your skin. In this small experiment, a group of people were gathered together, and with the help of an ultraviolet camera, they revealed the marks that the sun leaves on our skin that are not yet visible to us, and also showed the effect that sunscreens have in counteracting them. Adrian Portelli, a multi-millionaire who hired a construction company to lift his McLaren Senna GTR to his apartment, a penthouse located on the 57th floor of one of the tallest buildings in Melbourne. The purpose of the maneuver, beyond marketing, was to decorate the main room of his home, which can be considered a work of art. To do so, it was necessary to dismantle an entire huge window, create a specific transfer platform, and use one of the largest cranes in the world. What model of car would you furnish your house with if you could? An artificial intelligence machine is being developed with a special mission to find the character from the books, Where's Waldo? The machine designed by the company Red Pepper is called There's Waldo and is capable of finding the iconic character in just 4.45 seconds using a robotic arm and a facial recognition system. Although some experts recognize the achievement of this prototype, others criticize that it will take away the fun of the game of finding Waldo. Meet Lloyd Martin, a 19-year-old runner from Cardiff who made history by becoming the youngest person with Down syndrome to complete the London Marathon. With the support and coaching of his mother, Sari Lloyd, he trained for 5 months to prepare for this incredible achievement. His feat not only sets a new world record in the category, but also serves as an inspiration to people around the world. This kid was born drifting. His name is Zain Sofwoglu, and he drives a Ferrari like a pro. From a very young age, this kid has shown his skills and has not hesitated to get into a cart, get behind the controls of a motorbike, whether big or small, drive various quads or drive cars of all kinds, but always under the supervision of his parents. This sport that you see on the screen at first glance looks like basketball, but it is not. It is called netball and is a sport that is played on a 30 by 15 meter field divided into 3 equal parts, with 2 baskets hanging from a pole at the ends. Netball is most popular in the Commonwealth nations, more specifically in schools, and is played mostly by women. This is a fascinating laser machine for cutting and engraving some non-metal materials, such as wood products, organic glass, crystal, jade, bamboo products, and other non-metal materials. This is how impressive one of the largest aquariums in the world is, the SEA Aquarium. Located on Sentosa Island, Singapore, this aquarium contains a total of 45 million liters of water, houses 100,000 animals from more than 800 marine species, with an open ocean pond of 18 million liters of salt water. It was inaugurated on December 7, 2012. This game combines football and pieces, all the passion of football concentrated in a board game. Button football, a mix made in Brazil of the king of sports and the game of flea. Players use a kind of guitar pick to move the buttons towards the ball, a small 6mm dice. In 2009, Volkswagen created its Theory of Fun campaign, where through videos like this one, they showed the world that you can change a behavior for the better if you add fun to it. In this case, they made people who didn't need escalators use the normal ones and improve their health in the process by turning the stairs into piano keys. People started having a lot of fun and going up them without even realizing it. This is an amazing machine that automatically arranges the balls on the pool table. Will this machine put an end to arguing about how to arrange the balls on the table? I hope so. A 21-year-old MP performed a passionate Maori haka in the House of Representatives. A 21-year-old MP performed a ritual salute in the middle of a debate in New Zealand's Parliament. Hannah Rohiti Maipi Clark is the youngest MP to have served in the country's parliament in the past 170 years. In the footage, she appears performing the ritual Maori war chant called haka, which has been popularized around the world by the All Blacks, the country's rugby team. Robot, the Indian restaurant that no longer needs human waiters. This particular restaurant, located in the Indian city of Chennai, seeks to attract residents and tourists with its innovative group of waiters, all of them humanoid robots that are designed to transport the dishes to the customers' tables. The place is not new. It used to operate under the name Momo, however. After incorporating new technologies, its owners decided to call it Robot. DIDN, the penguin who visits the man who saved his life in Brazil every year. When João Pereira de Souza saved him, he found him covered in oil, almost motionless and malnourished. His death seemed inevitable. The Brazilian cleaned him, fed him for days, and when he considered that he was strong enough to return to the sea, he took him to a nearby island and released him. So since 2011, DIDN, without fail, returns every year so brave to Joao's backyard. He arrives in June at Provatá Beach, stays for 8 months at Joao's house, and leaves in February to live 4 months at sea. If you are not yet a member of the channel, subscribe! This is the perfect time to do so. This is the Suriname toad you see on screen, an animal very famous for its particular way of reproduction and birth. The Suriname toad does not look like most other toads. This is because its babies are born in a different way. In one of the strangest methods in the animal kingdom, the babies come out of a group of small holes located in the back of their mother. This is how amazing Malang's largest outdoor playground, Santera de la Pont, is. It is a paradise designed to unleash the imagination and limitless energy of children of all ages. Spread over 5,000 square meters, this outdoor wonderland offers endless exciting attractions that will keep kids and adults entertained for hours. Woodnest, a luxury retreat in the middle of the Norwegian forest. Woodnest's small tree houses are 15 square meters in size and can accommodate up to 4 people. It's the ideal space for a family break or a romantic date. Would you like to stay here? Tell me in the comments who you'd like to go with. Did you know the Donker Vort F-22? A true plane for the asphalt. The F-22 is capable of accelerating from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 2.5 seconds, and its top speed is 290 kilometers per hour. Although the company points out that this is not a car designed to be the fastest, the chassis fuses thin-walled tubular steel with carbon fiber, creating a car with twice the rigidity of the C8 GTO. This is Paul Kenton, a UK-based contemporary artist acclaimed for his cityscape paintings that capture the unique energy of cities around the world. Paul's paintings aim to transport the viewer, giving them a sense of a scene's distinctive mood, rhythm and light through layers of bold colors, dripped lines and gestural paint marks. His intuitive and energetic approach gives fluidity and life to otherwise rigid urban structures. A real-life replica of the TARS robot from the movie Interstellar. Charles Diaz, a robotics enthusiast, built a real-life version of TARS, the iconic sarcastic robot from the movie Interstellar. The real-life TARS mirrors his movie counterpart with a rectangular monolithic design, independently rotating sections, and a central display. A puppy and a pig went viral after they were caught on video, living the true passion for football. In the middle of a yard full of snow, the little animals can be seen passing the ball around like professionals, something that surprised everyone. Why carry luggage when it can carry you? This is the Moto Bag. Its reinforced aluminum design allows it to transport a person weighing up to 118 kilos for a maximum distance of 9.6 kilometers per load and at a speed of up to 12.8 kilometers per hour. It has its own braking system and even a GPS tracking and location system through a mobile application. This is a Conceptual Meridian watch designed by Yu Ishihara for Milan Design Week. These are the processes for creating this incredible handmade jewelry. This was the last call of a Kawa-i-o-o bird, recorded in 1987 before it went extinct. This one you see on screen was the last remaining male. Did you know that this is how laces are attached when manufacturing clothing? This artist is called Gianni Nistico, and he uses a magnifying glass to burn a wooden board and create portraits. Videos of artists practicing solar pyrography are just amazing to watch. There is something fascinating about watching artists creating amazing works of art on wood by using sunlight and a magnifying glass. Keeping up with the Kardashians, the Icelandic reality show starring kittens. Thousands of fans of these feline stars can connect with the mansion, live 24 hours a day on YouTube, as if they were the Kardashian-Jenner family themselves. 5 Icelandic felines are already enjoying the treatment of new rising stars in the online firmament after becoming the latest great media phenomenon in Iceland, where it is difficult to find someone who does not know about the existence of the first feline reality show. The helicopter that anyone can pilot uses a joystick, a touch screen, and an intelligent co-pilot. We are talking about a revolutionary model of semi-autonomous aircraft that assists the pilot to increase safety. The Skyrise 1 simplifies the management of an aircraft during standard flight operations and makes it possible to deal with inclement weather and emergencies. It is no longer just a helicopter. It is now the most integrated, elevated, and simplified aircraft in the world, according to the company Skyrise. Have you ever been told that you drive like an animal? Well, there are animals that drive like humans. Meet Porter, the first dog in history to drive a car. Although you might think it's a lie, Porter drove a car on a closed road and even made a 180-degree turn and finally parked. Incredibly, this clever dog also shifted from first to second gear. One thing I'm sure of is that he drives better than many humans. This is the technological breakthrough in its screens from TCL, a 65-inch foldable OLED TV with 8K resolution. This unique prototype can be transformed into a table and has an impressive refresh rate of 120 Hz. Thanks to its ultra-thin and flexible shape, the screen can withstand up to 100,000 folds, introducing a new level in the design of televisions for the home. This was the first robotic human rescue vehicle in history. This might be the best choreography you'll see in a long time. It's mesmerizing. An elevator that never stops. The Paternoster elevator, known as the one that never stops, is located in the City Hall of Prague, the capital of the Czech Republic. It consists of a chain of open compartments designed for 2 people, which move slowly in a cycle up and down a building without stopping. The original name was Cyclic Elevator. However, the name Paternoster, derived from the first 2 words of the Our Father recited in Latin due to its resemblance to a rosary, was the name that stuck. These binoculars can identify more than 9,000 species of birds and animals thanks to artificial intelligence, designed by Mark Newson to transform bird and wildlife watching. The identification process is relatively simple. By focusing on an animal and pressing a button, an interface processes the image and presents the identified species in approximately 5 seconds. It also has other features such as a compass or a photo and video camera, among others. Robotor is a robot that is capable of sculpting masterpieces. It is an automated robot chisel driven by self-programming software. This robot is located in Carrara, Italy, and can create impressive works of art. This is one of the most interesting sculptures in the world. It is interactive, and if you pedal the bike in the middle, the cyclist next to you will pedal with you. Meet Descent, a work of art created by renowned artist Anish Kapoor. This installation consists of a circular pool containing an infinite spiral of black water, creating a hypnotic and mysterious illusion. The work is designed to challenge the viewer's perception and evoke a sense of infinity. Anish Kapoor is known for his sculptures and works that play with space and perception, and Descent is no exception. Doesn't it sound like it could be part of a sci-fi movie? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. A rare genetic condition causes some hedgehogs to be born without quills, which prevents them from adequately defending themselves from predators. Because of this vulnerability, these hedgehogs have little chance of surviving in the wild. This is the sound that a king cobra snake makes. Interestingly, it sounds very similar to the roar of a feline. King cobras have the ability to produce a sound that can be confused with that of a large feline, such as a lion or a tiger. This sound is a form of defense to scare away potential predators. Chirodectes maculatus is an extremely rare species of box jellyfish that has been captured on video for the first time. This jellyfish belongs to the family Chirodropidae and was scientifically described in 2005. Its size, without counting the tentacles, is comparable to that of a basketball, making it quite impressive to look at. The first and only specimen to be scientifically studied was captured in 1997 on the outer edge of the Great Barrier Reef, about 43 kilometers off Queensland, Australia. Have you ever wondered why the wire that seals bread has different colors? Depending on the brand and country, different colors are used, the most common being blue, green, red, white, and yellow. These colors represent the days of the week on which the bread was made. For example, if the bread was made on Monday, the wire is blue, Tuesday green, Wednesday red, Thursday white, and Friday yellow. Curious, right? Do you know what happens when an astronaut dies in space? Currently, NASA has not shared an official protocol for a situation like this, and it is important to mention that it has never happened. If someone were to suffer a fatal injury, such as being hit by a micrometeorite during a spacewalk, certain precautions must be taken to ensure that the body is properly preserved and to avoid contamination of the crew and the ship. According to airspace engineering, the crew must place the astronaut's body still in its suit inside a sealed airtight bag in the farthest and coldest part of the ship until a safe way to bring it back to Earth is found. The company Promesa is working on a solution called Body Pack. If an astronaut dies and his body is recovered, it would be placed in one of these bags and exposed to outer space for a few hours to freeze. Then, through a vibration system, the body would break into 1,000 pieces, turning into dust. This bag with the remains would be stored in a small compartment on the outside of the ship. A little macabre, don't you think? Albino animals are rare, but white giraffes are even rarer. So rare that this giraffe is unique in the world. The reason for its color is leucism, a genetic disease similar to albinism that causes loss of pigmentation in the skin. Why do you think this guy ended up in my team? I bet you didn't expect it. What you are seeing on screen is how a helicopter is used to search for gold. That thing down there is a huge metal detector that is used to search for deposits, since with such a large device, it is possible to detect deposits even several kilometers deep. You've probably heard of floating islands, but I don't think you've ever seen a floating island pushed by motorboats. It's like something from a parallel universe. This is the world's largest brush. It was built by Ruth Amos and Sean Brown, a couple of YouTubers from Sheffield, South Yorkshire, UK. It's over 2 meters tall. It's so big and powerful that it doubles as a multi-purpose tool. You can watch the process of their creation here. The Nightbright 300 is the brightest flashlight in the world. With over 500,000 lumens, it has set a new Guinness record as the portable device with the greatest lighting capacity. Its creator, James, a Canadian YouTuber, along with his team, has developed a flashlight so powerful that it can blind a person without adequate protection. Inside, there are 50 small plates with 6 LEDs each, adding up to a total of 300 LEDs powered by a single battery. In Norway, Bastøy Prison, located on the island of the same name about 75 kilometers south of Oslo, is considered the most comfortable prison in the world. This minimum security prison houses 115 inmates who live in wooden cabins in groups of 6 and enjoy an outdoor life. Inmates participate in activities such as fishing, tennis, horse riding, and farm work, and have facilities such as a cinema, sauna, conference rooms, and schools. The prison system at Bastøy focuses on rehabilitation and social reintegration, with prisoners receiving a salary for their work that allows them to buy food at the island's supermarket. This approach has proven effective, with the recidivism rate at Bastøy being 16%, compared to 70% in British prisons. This prison model is common in Scandinavian countries, where the crime rate is very low. In Bastøy, the guards do not carry weapons, and only 4 remain on the island at night, which creates a more harmonious and less violent environment. Le Pouce de la Défense in Paris is one of the most extravagant and curious sculptures you can find in the world. This work was created by sculptor Cesare Baldaccini, and the sculpture represents his own thumb, but on a monumental scale. It is approximately 12 meters high and weighs around 18 tons. It is located in the financial district of La Défense, and this impressive work has become an icon of the area, attracting numerous visitors and tourists who marvel at its size and peculiarity. The first trailer has been released for Warner Bros.' Minecraft movie, directed by Jared Hess, who produced Lego the Movie. It is the first big-screen adaptation of Minecraft, officially the best-selling game of all time. The film stars Jack Black as Steve, and will feature the incomparable Jason Momoa as Garrett the Garbageman. It is set to hit theaters on April 4th, 2025, and will likely be the most anticipated movie of the year. During the New Year's Eve program in Spain at the beginning of 2024, the presenter Cristina Pedroche was robbed in front of millions of people. She was wearing a very striking necklace, but suddenly, something unexpected happened. Cristina could not find her necklace. Without finding answers, she decided to cut the live broadcast at the peak of the audience. What happened next? An advertising spot for Estrella Galicia beer appeared, where the protagonist revealed that he had Cristina's necklace. With this creative advertisement, they managed to capture the attention of all viewers and demonstrate their marketing power. Meet Riley Horner, a young American woman whose memory resets every 2 hours. A graduate nursing student, she lives every day as if it were June 22nd, 2019, due to anterograde amnesia caused by a brain injury suffered in a school accident. Riley uses strategies such as notes and alarms to remember her daily routine. The oldest active footballer in the world has said he would like to play until he is 80. Currently 57 years old, the inexhaustible Japanese striker Kazuyoshi Miura, a player for Atletico Suzuka Club of the Japan Football League, has spent more than 40 years playing professional football, passing through the Brazilian League, the Italian Serie A, and the Portuguese League. It is worth mentioning that a footballer usually plays professionally until the age of 35 on average, so his career is emblematic. I believe he will make it, and you? Let me know in the comments. In England and other parts of Europe during the Middle Ages, if a person was found dead in an unexplained manner and no one was found guilty, the entire local community had to pay a fine. This practice was known as murder fine and sought to encourage members of the community to find the culprit or prevent crimes, and gave rise to the saying, "Take the fall." This is a work by artist Daniel Rosen, who over 20 years of research has created mirrors out of practically anything. A true representation of modern art. You won't believe how the Swiss get home from work. The Aire River that meanders through Bern is not only a place to relax, but is also used as a means of transport during the hot summer days. The Aire is known for its crystal clear, clean water, so people only care about keeping their belongings in waterproof bags that they also use as floats. This is not only a tradition among the locals, but also a way to disconnect from daily stress. Share this video with anyone you'd like to transport yourself in this way. There is a man who is attempting to become the first person to walk an uninterrupted path around the world, a journey of more than 55,000 kilometers. This is the British Carl Bushby, who began his journey in 1998 at the southern tip of South America and thought it would take him 8 years to complete it. But he has been walking for 26 years, and so far he has only completed 70% of it, having crossed the harsh waters of Alaska. He is currently facing a great challenge. He is in the Caspian Sea and must swim more than 250 kilometers to cross it. Do you think he will succeed? In the construction world, workers often do not use shovels or excavators to dig. Instead, they employ hydro-excavation. This process pressurizes water up to approximately 2,000 psi to break up the soil and suck it into a powerful vacuum system. This method is preferred in congested areas because it is less invasive than conventional mechanical methods and significantly reduces the risk of damaging active underground utilities such as gas, electric, or water lines. A new AI called Friend is coming out soon, and it aims to be your friend so you don't feel alone. This locket-sized device has access to your camera, listens to your conversations, offers real-time feedback, and support through text messages and push notifications. I think it doesn't look too bad. Would you buy it? At what age did you find out that the longest escalator in the world is in Hong Kong? It is about 800 meters long, almost 1 kilometer, and it takes about 20 to 30 minutes from the entrance to the last exit because there are stops on this escalator. And this is what makes it interesting, because it was built on a fairly hilly terrain where people have to go up and up a lot. The most curious thing is that along the way, there are machines where you pass your mobile phone and they recharge your money to compensate you for walking and using this escalator instead of congesting the city traffic with your vehicle. Interesting, right? These two brothers started a sports shoe business in the old Germany, but over time their ideals were very different and they ended up becoming fierce enemies, closing the factory and opening their own sports shoe workshop separately. Today, one of those brands is Adidas and the other is Puma, which have become benchmarks in the world of sports footwear and improve the performance of millions of athletes. Did you know the story of these prestigious brands? Curious, right? China has unveiled human-like female robots to the world at the World Robotics Conference in Beijing in 2024. Their appearance is so striking that some people think they might actually be people in disguise. Do you think we'll see even improved models or even mass production in the future? Let me know in the comments. In a video, Colombian singer Shakira can be seen surprised to see a mobile phone with a camera for the first time in Japan in 2002. It's fascinating how just over 20 years ago, this technology was so new and amazing that it shocked even famous people. I can't imagine how surprised we will be by things that will be normal in 20 years. Chinese scientists claim to have artificial wombs capable of gestating human embryos without the need for a mother. This artificial womb has an intelligence that is responsible for monitoring the development of the fetus. The artificial womb consists of a tank filled with amniotic fluid that houses the fetus, a machine connected to the embryo's umbilical cord, blood pumps, an artificial kidney, and a water heater. For now, it has only been used with mice, but the idea is that in the future it will also be used with humans. This man built an incredible motorcycle without wheels. Here's the whole process he had to go through to achieve this magnificent result. Paul Barton is a pianist who once performed to packed concert halls in Yorkshire, now living in Thailand where he performs for blind and disabled elephants. The pianist sits alongside these gentle giants and creates melodies on his piano that resonate in the tranquil atmosphere of the sanctuary. Although the elephants cannot see, their response to Barton's music is palpable. They move to the rhythm of the notes, swaying their bodies in appreciation. This is the Mahachanak mango, originally from Thailand and now exported all over the world. Its main characteristic is its sweetness and the fact that it does not have seeds like other mangoes. In Dubai, a SIM card was sold containing a particular telephone number, 77777777, with a very important meaning for the superstitious. So much so that a man paid 3.2 million dirhams, or about $871,400 US. Did you know that there are skyquakes or earthquakes in the sky? These phenomena are acoustic disturbances that occur due to a compression of the air around us and that travel through the atmosphere. Although these acoustic disturbances can be picked up by animals with ears capable of hearing infrasound, such as elephants, whales, or rhinoceroses, humans can perceive them but not in their entirety. Watch Evan Santangelo retrieve his hat after it flew off during his skydiving trip. Did you know that Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi's children have the same age difference as their parents? 869 days exactly. Les Aquamens are part of the French theatre group Martyrs. They are known for wandering the streets of Paris with fish tanks on their heads. In the past, before the invention of high-speed cameras, the winners of races at the Olympics were determined in a curious way. Approximately 20 observers stood at the finish line to decide the final results. Have you ever wondered how the acclaimed film, winner of 11 Oscars, managed to film these fascinating scenes? Well, many miniature models in different scales, green backgrounds, digitally placed people, and perfectly synchronized extras were used to show greater realism. There is a video game on the internet that helps you type faster. The game is called Sdype, and you basically have to type the words that appear on the screen before they collide with the spaceship. It is a great game for those people who work in an office and want to improve their performance when writing documents. I have provided the link to the game in the description. On my first try, I got to the 6th level. Let's see what level you get to. Do you know who the famous Gerber face baby was? It was a woman named Anne Turner Cook, born in 1929 in Connecticut, United States. When the Gerber Company announced that it was looking for models for its 1928 line, her parents sent a drawing of her face made by a neighbor. The brand was so fascinated by the drawing that it registered it as the new logo in 1931. And that is how Anne has been the image on all Gerber packaging since then. Bonging Mountain, one of the most spectacular destinations in the world. Bonging Mountain in the Wuling Mountain Range, with its peculiar shape and 2,572 meters high, is imposing. It is one of the 5 sacred places of Buddhism in China and known as the treasure of the earth and humanity. It is also a national nature reserve and is part of the international network of biosphere reserves. This is the highest jump into water in history. Lazaro Schaller, better known as Lasso, jumped from a cliff at a height of 58.8 meters in Maggia, Switzerland in 2015. This athlete set up a platform on a waterfall from which he jumped into the water. The peculiarity is that this platform was at the highest height from which he had ever jumped. The jump was 58.8 meters high. This means that it was even higher than the Tower of Pisa, which measures 56.69 meters, and that means that with the jump, Lasso entered the water at a speed that exceeded 120 kilometers per hour. That's all for today. See you in the next video.